Hey guys, so as some of you know, I got into a minor car accident last week. Minor as in no one got hurt, but unfortunately, when this asshole didn't check his blind spot, he knocked my wheel off its axis and now my car is not drivable. So, anyways, I've been taking the bus for a week now for the insurance battle to be over and done with. And the reason I bring that up is because my poem is not only influenced a bit by the accident, but it's also influenced, like as far as the metaphor goes, it's also influenced by one of my bus trips I took yesterday. So I had to go from Beverly Hills to Echo Park, and after taking the first bus, I ended up in Alvarado and Wilshire, which is right by MacArthur Park, Westlake. And I'd always driven past it, but zoomed past it, so I never really got to just stop and enjoy it. And one really awesome thing about taking the bus is you sort of get to smell the roses a little bit more. So I decided instead of getting straight into my second bus, I walked around the park for a bit and just sat down and wrote, which is something I haven't done in a while and needed to do. And so here's the result of that. This is writing blog number 31, and it's called Driver's Seat. I would do this to myself, wouldn't I? Hungry off the bus stop, I could have gone further. Now I could be gorging myself on 2 a.m. pizza. But there it was, the dirty water, shooting itself off to the fish it feeds, which feeds the inner city fishermen, which feeds the seagull-mutated duck pigeons, growing fat as I starve. Heavy baggage on my shoulder. The only rest stop for it, these letters. I walk around nearly the entire lake, as if I hadn't trudged enough this past week already. I search for a shady writing post, close to the grass, close to my nose, so I can smell the freshness of a new poem. I would pick this nest, wouldn't I? Of all the solitary blue-collar Mexican men I could have surrounded myself with, I chose to find my seated position a mere 20 feet behind a youthful, attractive couple, clearly in love. The girl now has her arms around her lover, as he sits nestled, cared for between her legs, both gazing over the lake, him feeling her heart beat into his back, her feeling his heart beat into her chest, both giggling at its gentleness. Who said love had to be rough? I think I mixed up the toughness of love with the way your member would inflate like a balloon, ready to burst, and then just as soon deflate again when no air was being blown into it anymore. I think I confused control with the way my hands would press onto your chest, all the while directing the traffic of your hips to intersect with my knees, your knees to intersect with my pelvis, aiming at a full head-on collision. I haven't driven anything in a week. My confidence behind the wheel is gaining points on my license. And soon, I'm afraid, I'll lose my right to drive altogether. It wasn't my fault. A stranger drove their car right onto your side, and you hardly flinched, just took over and tried to drive off on a broken axle, spinning us in circles as I get dizzier and more weak, losing my ability to speak my mind as you grip the wheel tighter, watching me lose my head, watching the loss of control.